All right, so I wasn't going to talk about Johnny Somali until the 20th when he goes to court. As you guys saw, I posted a video on a YouTuber getting kidnapped in the Philippines. I had another video ready to fire about TikTok narcissists. It was supposed to air today, but we do have some breaking news regarding Johnny Somali. He has been officially charged with another crime, and that is going to be part of the same hearing on December 20th. So the news is coming to us from the channel Legal Mindset. Shout out to Andrew over there as usual. The link to his channel is in the description. Let's take a look at the announcement and then let's take a look at what this charge could be because it's pretty vague, to be honest. Take a look at this.
Charges were added to his current case on the 20th. This is interesting. So, Violation of Minor Offenses Act.
All right, so you're going to see that the Minor Offenses Act covers a lot of things. So first, let's take a look at the potential punishment. It says that any of the following persons shall be punished by a fine not exceeding 100,000 won, by misdemeanor imprisonment, or by a minor fine. According to Legal Mindset, he could be facing up to 30 days per count. Keep in mind that he has committed so many crimes over there, and many of these are on this list. So this list features 40 crimes that people could be committing. I'm not going to read all of them because it would take forever. I'm going to read the ones that I think applies. Keep in mind, I'm not a lawyer. I'll leave a link to the entire list in the description if you guys want to check it for yourself. But in my opinion, these are the ones that would apply. Any person who breaks into an uninhabited or abandoned house or breaches a fence thereof or enters a structure, ship, or car without good cause. Now, that could apply to him. There are plenty of instances where he is trespassing. Carrying concealed weapons. Any person who carries a concealed tool or implement, such as a knife, steel rod, or hacksaw, which may be used to inflict serious injury on human life or body, or to break into a house or other structures without good cause. So this could apply to Hank. He had a gun and he showed it multiple times. And it could also apply to Gino and Johnny Somali because they were using at some point some type of telescopic baton. Now, I'm not sure if it was a tripod or a gimbal, but they were using it to try to engage with that guy that punched Johnny. Littering, that definitely applies to him. Any person who recklessly litters cigarette butts, gum, waste paper, waste dead animal, or any other dirty or useless thing at any place. Well, he did try to throw that dead fish on the street, and littering is just something he does all the time, so that's for sure. Interference with ceremonies. Now this one's interesting. Any person who interferes with any event or ceremony held by a public institution or other organization or individual by any malicious or mischievous conduct. Creation of insecurity. That is the big one over here, number 19. Any person who makes another person uneasy, annoyed, or offended by standing in the way, provoking a quarrel, gathering around, following the person, or uttering or doing highly rough and menacing words or conducts without good cause by intentionally exposing fearful tattoos in a public place or frequented by many people, such as a road or a park. So honestly, that could be it because he's always trying to make people feel uneasy by acting like a total scumbag, a total piece of shit. Then we have drinking disturbance. We know he's done that many times. Any person who, while drunk, behaves in a riotous or disorderly manner by uttering or doing rough words or conducts at a place where many people gather, frequent, such as a public hall, a theater, and a restaurant. He does that all the time, so he could be getting account for that. Disturbance to neighbors. Any person who disturbs neighbors by excessively increasing the volume of any musical instrument, radio, television, electric, gramophone. Well, he does have his speaker that he's carrying all the time and is just blasting music and blasting those text-to-speech super chats. So we have number 23, throwing things and other dangerous conduct. Any person who throws, pours, or shoots anything at a place in danger of harming another person's body or anything of another person or organization without due care. So we know he threw the noodles. He threw some water at this other live streamer, so he could possibly get charged with that one. So there is the misrepresentation of personal information. Any person who embarks on a ship or plane by misrepresenting their name, resident registration number, basic place of register, address, occupation, or falsely assuming personal information of another person. It's possible that he has done that. Then we have number 36, cutting in queues. Any person who disturbing an orderly queue form to get on a car or to embark on a ship, to enter a place to buy tickets by cutting in such queue or pushing other people's aside at a public place. He has done that multiple times in the metro. We have trespassing, any person who enters any off-limit area, facility, or place without good cause. He does that all the time. We have mischievous handling of firearms. That applies more to Hank. Any person who handles or engages in any mischievous conduct with firearms, explosive, or other things which pose the danger of explosion without due to care. So that really applies to Hank when he was flexing his gun. Now, this one is very interesting. Prank calls. Any person who repeatedly annoys any third person by making phone calls or sending text messages, letter, electronic mails. He harasses quite a bit of people, and if they're located in South Korea, they could be a victim. Then there is consistent harassment. Any person who requests to meet or date by consistently attempting approach any third person who watches, follows, or secretly waits for any third person, he does that quite a bit. Then there's interference with business. Any person who interferes with the business of any third person, organization, or person on official duty with misdeeds. He does that quite a bit. All right, so this one is the most interesting in my opinion. There is unlawful publication. Any person who receives money or things in return for a promise to publish or not to publish certain matters concerning the business or privacy of any third person or organization in a newspaper, magazine, or other publications in an attempt to make unjust enrichment. He is constantly making money off other people's likeness. And I know that you're not allowed to do that in South Korea, so he could get in trouble for that. And I think that covers it pretty much. I mean, this is a very, very long list of crimes, and Johnny Somali has probably committed half of them. So here's the thing. We're working with very limited info at the moment. We are going to find out a lot more in the next couple days, and especially on the 20th when he has his arraignment. So Legal Mindset will be there, I believe, in person. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other YouTubers there to record Johnny outside the steps. It's probably not going to be tolerated to record inside the courtroom. And one thing's for sure, this proves that the South Korean government is treating this seriously. As Legal Mindset explained in another video, they always start with the smallest stuff first, and then they pile on the charges. And it looks like the piling on of the charges has officially begun. Now keep in mind, he could be facing up to 30 days per count. So for all we know, he could be facing 40 of them, or he could be facing one. There's no way to know at the moment, but I'll keep you informed when I find more information. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We want to get to 100,000 by the time he goes to prison, which should be in June. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow or Sunday for my new video on TikTok narcissists that are completely out of control. It's going to be very different. I think you guys will enjoy it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one.